I guess it's time to show off this car here. It's a car I picked up for $100 off of a Taurus website. It's a 1987 Ford Taurus GL. Here's the VIN label, which you can't really see, but it's built 05-87. It is the GL model. So, see here, I've already started taking a few things apart up front here. Grill and the side marker lights. It does have some kind of aftermarket kit of sorts on here, but anyways, 3-liter engine. The issue, however, is with the thermostat housing, and you probably cannot see it in this light. But there is a bolt down in the direction my finger is pointing in. It is snapped off in the lower intake manifold. The plan is to take off valve cover gaskets, or excuse me, the valve cover, fuel rail, distributor, and we'll replace the lower intake manifold with a new one I actually picked up at the junkyard. Some new gaskets, new thermostat. We'll crank it over and see what happens. As you can see, this does have some kind of body kit on it. I forget what the name of it is. I can certainly find out later. But oddly, this car has never been involved in an accident in the front end of the vehicle. So it's actually in not too bad shape for a car that's almost as old as me. Weather stripping, of course, is falling apart here. It has some logo of sorts. Ah, the interesting part, the inside. How can I forget that? You see, that is not a Taurus dashboard. That is a Mustang dashboard. Prior owner decided to put one in. So yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. For instance, I've gone ahead and I've cleared out a few items that were in here. My holes put back in the Taurus dashboard. Maybe with a different year. But still left a couple things. There's this console piece here. Mat. I do have the ashtray, which doesn't appear to have been smoked, and it looks like more of a container for raisins or something I didn't want to eat. Oddly enough, cup holders here. Would never have expected that. It does have an ashtray. This is also pretty rare. It's actually a floor shift model. You don't really see that very often. Well, let's see here. Otherwise, it still has a stock steering column, but as you can see, there's some very custom wiring and trimming all around here, including zip ties holding on the cover here. Let's see here. We have non-lighted visors on this. Oh, great! It popped out again. Put that back up. This one has that infamous Ford feature of dual visors on both sides. But of course, unlighted. I'm sure I can add some from the junkyard. AC controls. Battery is not currently functioning, as you can see, but still has the stock key cylinder. Button broke off in there, so it just automatically releases itself without any issue. And these are the door panels that you'll find on any 1986 to 1988 Taurus, which has these almost look like the Accord door locks from about that same time era. Nice chrome door pulls, door pocket, and a light. Mustang dash. You can see this Mustang. My temporary registration papers, bill of sale. You can see, $100. There is one issue, and there is supposed to be the rivet for holding the window track. I guess after 24 years of door slamming, yeah. Otherwise, you have things like the door seals all broken up with packing tape. The original blackout trim that went here is back into the car, though. It has some minor specks of rust. This thing's been in South Carolina and Texas all its life. But majorly, I mean, it's pretty much fine. It's not completely straight. I know it's been in a rear end accident at one point in its life. Here's, of course, the tire pressure information. Oddly enough, it only has seat belts that don't have the shoulder restraint. I guess that was something that was added later on. A neat feature in some Tauruses from the first generation has this little cup area here. It's kind of neat. You can see here, this thing's turned green after 23. So you notice the headliner really is not sagging in here. It's pretty good shape for its age. It's starting to fall a bit back here. It's alright. Some of this trim is definitely days. So here you can see the cornering lights that came off this car. Now the prior owner mentioned to me that he could not find the original cornering light that wasn't busted from a junkyard. So we have this one, but this one apparently was only held on with a little bit of adhesive left because it is now a two-piece model. Probably add some silicone and revitalize it. But as you can see, their design is slightly different at the bottom. You'll notice here this has 2 notches with an E6DB product number or part number. This thing down here has 1 notch. I'm looking for the part number, but I am not seeing it. Well, you can at least see on this one, this side marker lens was made sometime in the mid to early 90s. But nonetheless, these side markers came on 89s to 91s. These came on 86 to 88. You'll kind of notice that while the reflector is mostly the same, this, for instance, has a little bevel cut in there. There is a kind of marking there. And the lines that go through the housing here go up and down. Here it's a bit more of a crystalline effect, I guess, with no real bevel. And of course, floor shift models came with a little footlight down there. And you had matte light and stuff up there. Something I found at the junkyard recently were these weather strippings for the doors, and honestly, they're not all busted up like most of the cars you tend to find of this age, including this vehicle. And they just, honestly, they need to be cleaned up, but otherwise they're not cracked. I found I think it was an 89 LX at the junkyard. This is even the receipt right here, isn't it? No, that's for the intake manifold I bought. But anyways, still got my temp plate on. Alright, we can go into the... Oh wait, the trunk. This previously had an Escort spoiler on it. Took that stuff off immediately. Put duct tape over the holes until I find a new trunk lid. So as you can see in here, it has little pockets on each side for stuff to be stored. Wiring for the spoiler. It's still a pretty dang big trunk for 1986. There's the tension rods. Plenty of room. As you can see, typically the gasket's gone, and of course it leaks into the trunk. So I definitely need to take out these taillights, make sure gaskets are okay in them as well. Now the one thing that may look different from this thing does not have any clear coat. It is a single stage paint job. I think it's called driftwood or something like that. Oops, wrong key. You'll also notice here that the lock cylinder does not work quite right. Whereas if I turn it that way, that's locked. That's unlocked. It's not quite adjusted right. But this car still came pretty well equipped in 1987. Power door locks and windows, mirrors. I took out the panels because I'm trying to figure out what was behind them at the time. But otherwise, still has Ford pad and cruise. Headlight switch. Right up under there, don't know if you can see it. Pretty cool, huh? And otherwise, not much else is shown today. There's the fuse panel, pedals, gas pedals on the floor because the throttle body cable is disconnected. You don't want to touch this steering wheel because it's pretty gross. But yeah, this could be a potentially interesting project. Even came with like 15 cents. Heck yeah.